So today I thought I'd flick through my old portfolio that I used for university interviews while talking about some tips that I learned while I was making it. So I used this portfolio for my uni interviews. It got me into both places that I had an interview for. It did get me into my first choice as well, which is where I'm going now, which is Leeds. I did apply for 2 more and I didn't get interviews for them. It is because of the online portfolio that I sent. I didn't have all of these tips. I wasn't taught all of these things when I made my online portfolio. So it was basically the same work. It was just ordered and presented differently. It may have been that I wasn't up to their standards, but I do strongly believe that if I had known all of these things before I sent off my online portfolios, then I would have stood a better chance. So the first tip I learned is pretty obvious, which is don't have any title pages. In the portfolio that I used for my college interview, I had these big title pages and I made it unnecessarily complicated, I think. It interrupts the flow of your portfolio. Yeah, so you don't need to worry about those. Just don't bother. If you need to say something about a piece, you can just put a little sentence. In fact, it's recommended that you put a little sentence below each work to tell the person who's looking through it what project it's from and why you made it and just basically what it is. So another thing is to always have a white background. All of your pieces should be on the same size white paper. So I used A2. I have pieces that are A2 size, so they don't need to be stuck on a piece of paper, but even on bits that are slightly smaller than A2, stick them on just so everything is matching and everything is even. It just makes it look a lot neater. I usually don't put more than 1 work per page unless they come as a set. Try to keep it minimalistic if you can. There was one piece in this where I think it's around 30 images on 1 page, and that is because of the project that I was doing. That layout was relevant to that project. It's not a good practice. Don't do that unless it's absolutely necessary. I did a project last year where I drew every day for the entire year. I had done a full month of January at that point, so I just wanted to show that I had actually followed through on my intentions. Sometimes you'll be there when they look through your portfolio and you can just explain a few things if it's unclear. Just make it as clear as you can and as simple as you can. I was also told that loose portfolios are better, like the one that I'm using now, so don't use the one with plastic inserts because the way they reflect light kind of distracts you. Another big thing that I found is to make sure that you order your work in a way that makes sense. So either order it chronologically or by project. Also keep the orientation fairly consistent, so don't have landscape, portrait. Keep all the landscapes together and all the portraits together. I kept all of my portraits as close together as I could. I have a big lump in the middle and then I think another one further on. The order of the work is more important than the order of the orientation. Keep it between 15 and 25 pieces. Don't overload them, otherwise they're going to be shifting through it for hours. Just choose the best ones that you have. Even if it's just 10. Between 10 and 25, I think I was told. It's also good at the end to have a folder of personal work to show that you do work for yourself, as well as work that you've been asked to do. I also took with me a sketchbook from college and a personal sketchbook. So the personal sketchbook just had drawings in it, and the one for college had a load of notes and writings and evaluations and all of that, just to show that you can do both and that you are capable of doing basically whatever they need you to do. It just shows versatility, I guess. So new interviews are starting soon. I think I had mine in February, so I hope this helps if you're putting together a portfolio right now. Good luck, I guess. And I'll see you around.